Hey all, and happy Wednesday. We're on another midweek. Ooh, flying out. How are you doing today, guys? What have you all been up to? Just realised I've left the window open, so if you can hear that in the background, I'm sorry. There's people out and about this morning. Right, let's see what we've got. Don't forget, I do have a subscription page where I do lives, we do pendulums, we do normal lives of cards, we do mediumship, we do charms in there, we do pick a piles, we do pick your own cards, as in I pick you a card and give you it personally. We do what's your affirmation for the weekend, we do weekly check-ins with the energy. So yeah, we do all sorts of extra bits in there. It's £3.49, that's all. It's same price as a cup of tea, but you get a full month's worth of extra content from me, plus readings. What more can you ask for? Anyway, I'll see you over there if you want to come in. If not, guys, you will still get content on my page, so there's no need to worry. Right, let's see what we've got going on here. Wow, you've decided today that it's time for peace in your life. You're like putting the message out there. Can you see that dove? That's about you putting that message out there to say, right, I know who I am, I know what I deserve, I know my boundaries, I'm taking my power back and I'm not having it anymore. I feel like you've had either a build-up of things going wrong due to other people rather than yourself. I think it's been outside influences that are causing you stress and disharmony in your life, and you are basically like, I'm not putting up with this anymore, I'm putting up a boundary. It's time for this to stop. It's time for me to take my power back, and it's time for you guys to step off. It's like suddenly having that release where you're going to speak your truth. Let's just see if we can get any more info. But I think, you know, that cup of tea, I'm not sure about my cup of coffee. I must have bought some of them Nescafe sachets, and they must be like a vanilla rather than a, I normally get a caramel. I'm a bit like, anyway. Here we are, we're drinking it. Let's see. Look, this is that strength card. So the strength there to be able to say how you feel and put that emotion across very clearly, because they keep pointing at the sword on this card here. And it's telling me that you're going to have that real clear communication with somebody to say, yep, I'm done, back off, I'm making a choice. Look at that, quickly going forward and making that choice. So if you've been feeling a little bit overwhelmed by other people's problems, people getting in the way, people having plenty to say, you doing what it is everybody else wants to do, rather than what you're doing yourself, rather than you doing what you need to do yourself, you're quickly going to make changes. You're quickly going to let yourself out because you felt trapped. Look at that end of a cycle. You felt very trapped by someone or a situation, and now it's time for you to get up. I mean, if you look on this card, there's a keyhole there, and there's a key there, and you're sat there, and you're allowing the situation to go on around you. So you're like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not juggling. I am going to call this a day. And let's just see what's going to happen when you do that. What is the outcome of this? How is the other person or the situation going to react to you? Let's have a look. How is the situation or the person going to react to you? Right, they're going to make a decision. Things are going to come out in the open. That's you having that conversation. So this is about you making that choice, okay? Pushing a choice onto them, it feels like. Feels like you're going to put a choice onto them, and they're going to make the choice to come clean about a situation. So that's going to open up the communication lines of honesty, and the communication of someone being very open-hearted about what's been going on and the emotion that comes around that. So do be expecting a really crystal clear conversation with somebody started by yourself to get this situation back on an equal footing. Look at that, codependencies. You might even find that this person, the lies they've been telling you is because of a codependency. Or maybe you're going to work out that what this person does or how this person makes this situation is what is going to become apparent. Because I don't think you'll be the first person they've done this to. I don't think you'll be the first person that they've had this problem with. But I think they may even be ready to end the cycle themselves as well. So that's amazing, isn't it? But all it's going to take is for you to have that courage to make the decision to move this forward and to have that clear conversation so that you can both be honest about what's gone on. For some of you, this may be, you know, a family member, a loved one, you know, a friend, work colleague. It could be, you know, it could be anybody. So put this where it fits. But you are going to take your power back in this situation, and then that is then going to have a knock-on effect on this cycle for this person, because they are stretching the truth all the time, or they are lying, or they have something that they are trying not to bring out in the open, but it is going to end up out in the open, okay? So I hope this helps whoever this message is for. It might only be for a tiny amount of you, but I have to give what I get. Have a wonderful day, my lovelies, and I'll see you all tomorrow.